Hi guys, and welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. So today's reading is my Law of Attraction tarot reading for the year 2015. So this will be your year ahead reading from the universe. For any of you guys who don't know what the Law of Attraction is, the Law of Attraction is something that we're all doing every single day, whether we know it or not. Basically the way that we think, the way that we feel, the way that we speak, influence outside stuff that comes into us. So for example, if you are a very negative thinker, if for example you think that money is always going to be hard to come by, then more than likely it probably will be difficult to come by, because that's your thought pattern, that's the way that you think, and your energy around money, how you feel about it, how you treat it, how you think about other people with it, innately can attract in lack. So if you're coming from a lack an energy that feels a lot of lack around money, then potentially you're always going to feel lack around money, whether you have it or not. So essentially what we're feeling more than anything with the Law of Attraction is what we're attracting in. And there are two types of attractors. There are deliberate attractors and people who kind of just attract unknowingly. So you kind of live your life, you do what you do, you think how you think, you feel how you feel, and then you'll generally find a lot of the time you're attracting in situations that really just reflect that about you. Whereas a deliberate creator is someone who can actually not bend the universe at will, but can kind of ask the universe for stuff, knows that it's within its power to gain that stuff, and then kind of lets the asking go. So you let the request go. What I usually do is I will say to the universe, I'd really like to attracting this, this and this. And usually what I find is these days, it was very difficult for me in the beginning when I was studying the Law of Attraction to attract in anything for myself, because I held on to everything so tightly. I wanted stuff and I wanted it now, and you know, it was very difficult to let go of the notion that the universe knows when it's time to deliver something to me. And I would just hold on and hold on and hold on for stuff, and it never came. And it was only, I think, this year when I finally started to let go of situations that the universe really started to deliver stuff to me. It just started turning up here, here, here and here, whether it was good or whether it was bad. But I've learnt in time with the Law of Attraction that you've got to kind of just do a couple of things really to make the Law of Attraction work for yourself. And that is, number one, to know exactly what it is that you want to attract into your life. But don't hold on so tightly to the outcome of how it's going to come into your life. So kind of know what you want, put the intention out there to the universe, and then let it go. Because the universe will just bring in what you want if you let it go. If you hold on to it, then that's resistance. So the Law of Attraction, we're all living it every single day. And I had these Law of Attraction tarot cards for my birthday, and I was really so happy that I got them, because they are amazing to use. And they're so inspirational, they're so helpful, they're very, very soft. And really why I'm doing this is because I think that for a lot of my viewers it will be really good to either help those who don't realise that they're attracting stuff in, but potentially for some of you guys you might be consistently attracting in negative situations and wondering why. And really these readings are to help you see why potentially you could be attracting them in. Or if you know about the Law of Attraction, these cards will basically, the readings I think will help to see whether you feel that you're in alignment with your desires, and if they match up and correspond or resonate with anything that you're trying to attracting at the moment, then potentially these things could really, you know, take off for you next year. So they work two ways for me, but the overall reason why I'm doing the Law of Attraction tarot readings is that I think they're a really good way to see potentially what you could be attracting into your life, whether it's good or whether it's not so good. So I hope that explains that to you guys. What I've done is I've separated, I've shuffled the cards as I usually would, and I've pulled out from the top one after the other 4 cards to represent the 4 quarters of the year. So the first card, January to March, the second card, April to June, the third card, July through to September, and the fourth card will represent October through to December. Okay, and also these readings will be hopefully to help you, or to help convey a message from the universe and what it's trying to tell you you need to do in order to achieve your dreams next year. So let's make a start, Scorpio. So January to March 2015, we pulled the King of Wands, this card. Okay, so this is an honest man. He's committed, he's very, very important. So he could be, I don't know, a bank manager, he could be, he's someone definitely who's in authority. So it could be a boss, it could be a, you know, a business owner, it could be something like that. And he's quite indulgent, so he likes the finer things in life. He's very much into, you know, his nice wines, if he smokes, nice cigars, I suppose, you know, nice places to eat out. He's really kind of, he likes to indulge in his passions. And this is really saying that this person potentially could be coming in your life between, excuse me, between January and March. And this person can help you to achieve your goals and your dreams. So this is a man that potentially for some of you guys, or it could be a woman for some of you guys, but the person that we're looking at for now is a man that could potentially be coming into some of you guys' life to help you out. And really, I mean, it doesn't talk about a love relationship between January and March, but it just says that this person could be coming in to give you some assistance. Now, for example, if you were looking to set up a new business, you might go to your bank and you might meet your bank manager, for example, that might give you some help with your business. Or it could be just someone within the workplace that's helping you out with something, or helping you to climb that career ladder or whatever. But this is certainly someone that's coming in to give you some help between January and March. And the card, the universe is saying with this card to trust this person if he should cross your path in between January and March, because this person would be a really good ally to have. This person would be a really good person to have on your side, because they could offer you a lot of help in something that you potentially want to achieve. And then for April to June 2015, we have the Five of Pentacles, and this card again is all about help. It's really interesting how we first had the King of Wands, and it's someone who's going to come in to give you some assistance with something that you want to achieve. And then we have the Five of Pentacles again, which talks about receiving some assistance again. And this is basically about your financial situation being improved, so seeing some improvements there. So if you've been going through any financial stress in 2014, so over the last 2 years, 2012 to 2014, while Saturn's been in your sign, it could be a case of that you'll see a lot of financial improvement there. And it also talks about the evolution of a financial situation, receiving a solution to a problem, which I'm assuming is financial again, that was potentially obstructing a realisation to a dream, a spouse, a friend or a lover. So I think when we look at this card, the Five of Pentacles with the King of Wands, I think for some of you guys between the months of January to June, it's going to be someone potentially coming in, or someone that you already know. So it could be your partner, your spouse, it could be a family member, it could be a friend, but it's more than likely, I think, going to be male. They could be coming in to offer you some assistance, okay? So maybe for some of you guys, you've had some obstacles to realising or building something up because you haven't had the funds to do it, and potentially it could be somebody coming in to give you that assistance financially between between January and June 2015 to help you start building that dream up, building up to that goal. And as I say, it could be anybody. This card doesn't really signify that it's a romantic relationship going on, but I think that it could be someone coming in, and they could potentially turn out to be a lover. But if they don't, then they're going to be a really good friend, or it could be a spouse or someone, but someone who's quite important, someone who's quite authoritative, someone who really knows a lot about money and knows a lot about kind of how to help people out financially, especially yourself, is going to come in and they're going to give you some assistance with that. And I think that might have correlated somewhere along the line with some of your general reading, your general tarot reading. We do have from July to September though a little bit of a change happening with you guys, and this is the card that actually came up between I think it was between April and June. It was one of the cards that came up between April and June in your general tarot reading, general year ahead tarot reading for 2015, and that's the Tower. Now, in terms of the universe, in terms of the law of attraction cards, the Tower is about learning lessons and really sort of drawing resources from something that didn't work out the way that you wanted it to work out. It's about making use and turning things to your cause, so turning things that haven't worked out to your cause. And it's just saying really in this way that you can start afresh and you can start in a new direction or in a better direction. So it could be between July and September 2015, that for some of you Scorpios, something's going to happen. There's going to be a change. There's going to be something that comes in and breaks down a certain structure in your life. So maybe, I mean, these two cards talk about somebody coming in to give you help, okay? So it could be somebody that you already know, or if it's someone that you don't know, it will be someone you're about to meet between January and June time, and they're going to be offering you a lot of assistance financially wise. But that doesn't mean that you still don't have some stuff that you need to clear up, okay? That doesn't mean that everything's going to be hunky-dory. It just simply means that someone's coming in and they're going to kind of help you, give you that little bit of a boost, financial boost, and they're going to kind of help you to walk up whatever ladder it is that you want to walk up. But this is really saying, to me, this card is saying there is some debris left over, as we discussed in your general year ahead tarot reading. There is some debris left over, and it needs to be cleared up. And I think the universe is very strong with this reading, and it's very strong with this thing that potentially could happen for some of you Scorpios. Something needs to break down in order for you to have a breakthrough, or in order for you to kind of build something up, okay? So there needs to be some form of structure or something that dies, that ends, in order for you to kind of move on to the next phase with a clearer, you know, happier road. And that's not to say you're not going to be happy through 2015, because I think a lot of you guys are going to be very happy. But I think that certainly something needs to happen. And definitely, because we had the Tower card come up in your general reading, year ahead reading, we've got the Tower card again come up within your Law of Attraction year ahead reading. I think that certainly there is going to be a change. It might be something that is completely unexpected, but something that needs to happen. So it's a necessary evil, really. It needs to happen. The universe is saying, we want the path to be really smooth for you. We want you to be completely aligned with your desires. But, you know, in order for you to be completely aligned and to receive everything that you want in life, and receive all those nice goodies that you want in 2015 after having such a difficult 2 years with Saturn in your sign, we do need to sort of break something down. We do need to, you know, throw this little curveball at you, so, you know, you can actually start creating and building more stuff up for yourself in a better direction. So that's really necessary, but it's a good thing. It's a good thing. And for the final 3 months of the year, between October and December 2015, we have the Wheel of Fortune card. And really what the universe is saying here is that you need to evaluate yourself. It's saying evaluate yourself potentially on an aspect indicated by the wheel on a scale of 1 to 10. So evaluate yourself, how important these things are to you. So health, money, love, work, leisure, spirituality, etc. And it's basically saying you'll be able to understand your shortcomings and what you would like, and where potential dissatisfaction lies. So really this card is saying, the Wheel of Fortune card, in terms of the Law of Attraction tarots, is that it's time for some introspection there at the end of the year. It's time to kind of look at what exactly it is that you want to achieve, and what exactly it is that you're putting onus on, and what exactly it is that's more important to you. And then you need to work out where your dissatisfaction lies. So what is it that you feel has been the most trying thing for you? What is it that you feel that you're finding it the most difficult to manifest within your life? What is it that you're finding it the most kind of challenging to have transpire within your life? And then from there you can actually work on those things. So for example, if you're finding it difficult in 2015 to have your business where you want to have it, then what is it that you're doing that is not kind of helping that to grow in the way that you want it to grow? What is it that you can do to change that? If you're finding it difficult in 2015, or you're feeling, you know, how good are you feeling about your money situation? How good are you feeling about your love life? How good are you feeling about your health? And all of these things, when we evaluate them, we can then do something about them further. So really, I think with this card, it's necessary. It's necessary to have a breaking down of a particular structure, so it helps us reevaluate our lives. It helps us to reevaluate those things that are either very important to us or not so important to us, so that we can work out on a scale of 10, how important is this to me, and how much do I want it in my life. And if it's really important to you and you really want it in your life, then you're going to need to work on seeing it from a different viewpoint. You're going to need to work on being that vibrational match to that thing that you want to attract into your life. We have a tale of two halves here, really. the first 6 months of the year, it's looking really good, and it's still looking really good all over the year, really. You've got definitely got some assistance there coming in for you guys. It looks to me it's in the form of a guy. He is an authoritative person. He's potentially a bank manager, maybe a lawyer, or, you know, he's just someone who's quite important. He likes the nicer things in life, the finer things in life, and potentially through meeting him, he's going to help you to achieve some of your goals. There's some financial assistance coming in there between April and June, and I feel it will be around this person here that comes into your life, or potentially the person that's already in your life, your spouse or your partner or a friend. But it's definitely, to me, saying, Scorpio, that someone's coming in between the months of January through to June, and they're going to be giving you some assistance there financially and all the rest of it. Definitely financially, and I feel because this is the one suit, this could be, you know, probably something to do with your career, because career and money are obviously a match together. We have careers and we work in order to earn. So I think definitely for some of you guys, it might be that you're trying to build something, you're wanting to build something, but there's been obstacles in your way, maybe not enough money to get that done, and someone comes in and they're giving you some assistance with that. And then we've got from July through to December, we have the Tower card. So the crumbling down of an old structure, the crumbling down of an old way of doing something, or the old way of living a certain way, or maybe there's some debris that's been left over from 2012 to 2014 when a lot of stuff was messed up for Scorpions because Saturn was in your sign. But it's saying here that there is, to me, this card is saying there is debris left over, and it needs to be shifted out of the road, because the universe wants you to be the best that you can possibly be. And once there has been a crumbling down of a structure, it might not be very comfortable. The Tower card and events that arise from it unexpectedly sometimes aren't very comfortable, but in the end they're there because they serve to help us to grow as people. And I feel the growth will come with this Wheel of Fortune. It's going to help you to reevaluate a lot of stuff that's going on in your life. It's going to help you to see things in a different way. And if there are certain things that you're dissatisfied with, then it's basically going to help you to look at those things and try and see them from a different perspective, and try and work on them so that you can attract in the things that you actually want. So guys, that's your Law of Attraction tarot reading for the year 2015, and I'll see you soon. Take care.